What is up? What is up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the NFL playoffs, and we are back with another reaction. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it.
Wasn't his cleanest game, but Brock Purdy leading the way down the stretch. Here he is, post-game.
Games, but then that final drive, you really locked in and made a number of plays. Was it hard to block out kind of the early part of the game and focus in that final sequence, that final drive?
I mean, yeah, there's, obviously plays that you think about as the game goes on, like, man, I could have been better here. I could have hit that guy who was open. You got to just be better on third down. Like, all that kind of stuff can run through your mind. But, man, it's a testament to our team because the defense got to stop at the end. Field goal kicker missed. And it's like we had what we wanted right in front of us. And so you have to clean the slate. You have to have a clean mind and not try to force anything, take what the defense gives you and find a way, man. We had time on the clock, so it's not like you got to be a superhero, make a play or anything. It's do what we call the quarterback pack tells you, and go through the progressions and find a way.
So something something that was brought up is the fact that there are always going to be those plays where you look back and you're like, man, I could have hit that guy. That guy was wide open over there. I could have let this happen. I could have moved this like that, right? And what I love about that is mostly, sure, you can feel regret on some of the things that you could have done, but it's about next play, next play, next play. Okay, keeping your head sane, keeping yourself focused, and thinking, okay, it's fine. I could have done better on that play, but next play. Now I understand. I learned from that play, and I understand better moving forward, right? And then keeping your mind at ease, because if you start panicking, then you start making mistakes, and you don't want to make mistakes, right? But something I also want to bring up, which is very important. I obviously have the Ravens and the 49ers making the Super Bowl, right? That's who I have making the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be very, very interesting because they both have really good defenses and they both have really good offenses. But it's going to come down to quarterback play, right? It's going to come down to quarterback play. How well can you game plan against the other quarterback? That's what I think it's going to come back down to, right? Because Lamar can do both, can run and throw the ball. Brock, although he can be somewhat mobile, he's not a runner, right? He's not a runner, but they got CMC. You understand? They have CMC. So we're going to see what happens. But let's go ahead and jump straight back right into it, okay?
Was the rating an issue?
Yeah, I mean, early on, obviously I put on the glove for the first drive. It was coming down, and then it sprinkled, so I took it off. So I was still trying to sort of figure out.
Bro, we're talking about rain right now.
I was sort of fed up with
talking
the glove,
about rain.
Just obviously it was thrown.
You should be used to it by now. As a professional, you should be used to playing in such conditions.
A little wet from the grass.
Talking about rain, what a bad interview question.
So, yeah, sort of affected some accuracy and stuff. But dude, that's football, so I got to be better in that area.
Thank you. You hear him say that's football?
Man, I think, at the end of the day, I think I was just and like I said, get to the check down efficiently and move the chains and stay up rather than get behind. Obviously, we got to a third down. BA was clutch on it and made a great play.
Shout out Brandon Ayuk.
Throughout a drive, but I think early on in the game, there was just moments where the check down was there and I was missing the check downs. And so, when their defense did a good job with playing soft, keeping everything in front of them, sort of taking away our shots and stuff. And as a quarterback, man, you got to be efficient and hit the check downs. And so at the end, I was able to do that. O-line did a great job. Boys did a great job in getting open, and we found a way. Yeah, I think it is important. Earlier this year we had games like Cleveland and Minnesota and Cincinnati at one point. Like, you're down and you got to find a way. It's fourth quarter. It's the NFL. And then obviously we're in the postseason now, so we were all like, all right, this is it. This is our season. And so for us to capitalize like that was huge for all of us. And then obviously for myself as a quarterback, like, it's good for confidence and all that. But we have too many good players, man, on this team. So many players that are difference makers, and we got a great defense. And so for us to not find a way, it's not right. So for us to finally have a game like this and pull through at the end was huge for all of us. So, yeah.
I just want to bring up what he said because I was going to say the exact same thing before he said it. As a quarterback, it's very, very, like, it's a confidence boost to have such a game under your belt where you come back from behind and win the game, right? Especially in the playoffs. Now, granted, they're playing Green Bay, okay? It's not like they're playing Baltimore. You understand what I'm saying? But it is good for your confidence to have comeback victories because it proves to yourself that, yes, I can come back even when the chips are against me and it's down to the wire, fourth quarter, like he said. I can still make a play to win, right? That's what I love about Brock. Brock is like learning, and he's still progressing in his development, right? He's still progressing in his development. And like he said, they got way too many good players to lose to the Green Bay Packers, okay? They got way too many good players to lose to on both sides of the ball to lose to the Green Bay Packers. Let's go ahead and go straight back into it.
Yeah, man, it's been a fast year. Obviously it didn't end how we wanted it to last year, but we've taken it 1 week at a time. We were all in this week. Green Bay is a great team, and so to be able to pull through and finish that for us to get back to the NFC Championship. Obviously I think guys are healthy for the most part after this game, and we won it. We've been thinking about it. It's been sort of in the back of our minds. Like last year we had a team to do it, and we feel like obviously we didn't have a real opportunity at it after the quarterbacks got hurt in that game. So, yeah, I think we're really excited for it. But we're going to take it one day at a time, find out who we play tomorrow, and be ready to roll for it.
Oh, that's the end for the Brock Purdy. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that was going to be in. But, yeah, I really like the confidence of Brock because Brock is obviously still progressing, still getting better. But I also want to say something. He's got a lot of pressure on him and he's handling the pressure well because of the team he plays for, right? And the weapons he has and the people he has on both sides of the ball and the coach he has. He's handling the pressure really, really well. It makes me think of Trey Lance. I'm starting to realize that maybe Trey Lance wasn't it because we still haven't heard of Trey Lance since, right? We haven't heard of Trey Lance since. But I like Mr. Irrelevant because Mr. Irrelevant, he looks confident. It's a great win to get under your belt, especially as a quarterback because you come back from behind. Again, still Green Bay, but you come back from behind and you win and then you move on, right? So shout out to Brock Purdy. Shout out to the 49ers. Great game. Great game. Shout out to the Packers. Great game. Great game plan. All of that. Let's go ahead and jump into the stats just so we can see who did what. Obviously, our passing leaders, we have Jordan Love, 21 for 34, 194 yards, and then 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Those interceptions were very vital. Very, very vital in this game, okay? Very vital. And then Brock Purdy, obviously 23 for 39, 252 yards, and 1 touchdown. I just want to point it out that so far of the quarterbacks, Brock Purdy has had the most yards. So far of the quarterbacks. I just want to point that out, okay? I just want to point that out. That, by the way, that's the only category that San Francisco beat Green Bay in, right? The passing leader, right? Because if we look to the rushing yards, Aaron Jones had 18 attempts, 108 yards, okay? 108 yards. And then Christian McCaffrey, Mr. CMC himself, had 17 attempts, 98 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. Crazy, right? It's crazy. And then also in our receiving yards, Romeo Doubs had 6 targets, 4 receptions, 83 yards. While Big George, shout out Big George, had 7 targets, 4 receptions, 81 yards. So the only stat that they beat him in terms of offense is the passing leader, right? Otherwise, Green Bay beat him in all the other stats. That's why I feel like, because if you saw the Jordan Love interview, Jordan Love was crushed. He looked crushed in that interview. He looked crushed. Like they should have won this game. It's crazy. And then also time of possession. They have pretty much the same time of possession. Green Bay with 30 minutes, 19 seconds. And then San Francisco with 29 minutes, 41 seconds, right? And then first downs. No. We're looking at the third down conversions. Third down conversions is huge here. Look at this. We had Green Bay with 7 of 13 third down conversions. But then San Francisco, 10 of 16 third down conversions, right? And then no one really converted on the fourth down, right? And then our net yards, they weren't far off. 330 for Green Bay, 356 for San Francisco. So an overall overall, I mean, obviously there was edges in some categories, but it was overall balanced game. It's just crazy to think about because Green Bay could have won this one, guys. Like Green Bay could have won this one. Then what would we been saying about San Francisco? If Green Bay won this one, I would have been looking at Kyle Shanahan for sure. I would be looking at Kyle Shanahan. We would have start to have a real conversation about Kyle Shanahan. Okay, but they pulled it through. You understand? They won, and I'm curious to see how they do in the next game. Obviously, we need to see who they verse in the next game. It's going to be fun. Tomorrow's another day of great football. But they could have lost here, guys. They really could have lost to Matt LaFleur and and Jordan Love. But what's something I also need to point out about this is Matt LaFleur can't seem to get past the San Francisco 49ers, okay? LaFleur can't seem to get past the 49ers, guys. He can't seem to do that. We're going to have to start talking about his Achilles heel. It seems to be the 49ers. Because even when he had Aaron Rodgers, he still couldn't pass the 49ers. Okay? Just saying. I'm just saying. But that is it for today's video. I want to thank you again for watching. Again, the goal of 2024 is to build a community. So if you know of anybody who would want to come watch, come give their opinions, come talk about it, let them know about the video. And also you as well. Comment in the comment section below. Let me know your opinions, your thoughts about the game. What you feel like Green Bay could have done better, what you feel like San Francisco could have done better. Because 21-24, obviously a comeback win for 49ers, but I feel like there were some wrinkles that these two teams were playing with, okay? There's some wrinkles there. So let me know your opinions. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And I want to thank you again for watching. Let me know how your day's going in the comment section down below, and I'll see you on the next one. NFL playoffs, baby. Peace.